In February, I want to read only romantasy books, and in today's video, I will be going through some of the highlights in my book collection that I hope to read in February. So hi and welcome back, my fellow fantasy book lovers, or if you're new here, hi and welcome. My name is Callie and I'm a fantasy book lover from Belgium. For the month of February, I want to read only romantasy books, but within romantasy there's also like a big variety of books, and on my TBR shelf I actually have a bunch of Book Talk, BookTube favorites that I still have not read. And at the end of this video, I actually want to talk about something special that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, so stick around till the end to know what's going on. So this is the pile of books that I hope to read at least 3 from, and most of these are 2024 releases. There is one 2025 release, which I'm going to keep until the very end, and you'll see why at the end of the video. The first book on my pile is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I know this is a completed series in the meantime, or that there's at least 2 other books, a short one and a thicker one, and then the final one, I believe. This book was part of the book club that I'm part of, but I still haven't read it. I have been told this is more of a bantery YA romance, and also that the author might have copied other books, but don't quote me on that just yet because I haven't even read these books. So only the extraordinary belong in the kingdom of Ilya. So we'll see how good this is if I get to it. Up next, we have another very popular romantasy series, which is called The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. This book is the first one in the series. I picked it up very cheaply a little while ago, but I haven't even started looking into it. His sweat carries the scent of crushed grass, but mostly he smells like blood. He watches me, lashes low over his eyes. Without his golden armor, he almost looks like the boy I remember. So this is a duology, apparently, if I've seen it right. We'll see how I enjoy it once I get to it. Up next, we have a book that is very difficult to get your hands on the special edition because everyone seems to love this book. It is The Crimson Moth by Kristen Ciccarelli, and this is the first book, I think it was going to be a duology. Yes, The Crimson Moth duology. The only thing more treacherous than being a witch is falling in love. And if I'm not mistaken, this is about a witch and a witch hunter, but I'm not entirely sure because I haven't read it yet, and I also haven't looked into this one too much. And the thing is, I like to go in blind into a lot of books. Most books that I've gone into mostly blind, I have loved. Out of the 6 books, this is like one of the 3 that I definitely want to get to. Up next, we have A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. This was one of the last books that I actually got from Fairy Loot in my subscription that I actually wanted to get. This is a Norse-inspired fantasy romance. Again, I haven't read too much into it, except that it's like a Norse mythology-based fantasy. So I think it could be very interesting. Most of the time when it leans too much towards like Vikings, I get really bored really easily. So I am very curious to see how this is written, how the build-up is, how the characters are. And I really like the character art that is included in here. There is a card with the artwork of the female main character. She looks like a total badass. So I am very curious to see how this book is going to be if the main character is effectively a badass. Up next, we have a beautiful book with dragons. It is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I got this Fairy Loot exclusive edition. It is absolutely gorgeous. I really like the character art that is in here, so I have high hopes, if those are the main characters, that this will be a good book. I have heard, however, some people absolutely love this book and some people think it's really not worth the amount of pages that it has, etc. So I'm very much looking forward to my thoughts on this book, and I hope that the dragons are very present because I love dragons in books. Now, of course, there's a lot more romantasy on my shelves. I cannot show you every single romantasy book that I have because we would be here all day. So the last book that I'm going to talk about is also a book that I want to do my very first book club with you guys with. if you would be interested in it, of course. This book that I really want to read is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. This has been everywhere, and my local book club in Ghent was reading this for the month of January. I didn't manage to get the book in time to start reading it because Fourth Wing took over, but I would be very curious to do like a book club type situation with you. So what I would love to do is that we all read the same book, and then at the end of the month I do a live stream on a Friday on my YouTube channel, and in that live stream we discuss the ideas that we had about the book. We will go through what we liked, what we didn't like, we will discuss the characters, the overall plot line, etc. So that's something that I have been wanting to do for a very long time, but I've always felt like, will people enjoy this? Is this something that people are waiting for? So this is going to be like the test run of my own book club here on YouTube. If you want me to also make a Discord server or something else for this, feel free to let me know in a comment down below. And of course, if there's any other books that you want to have in this book club or readathon or whatever we're gonna call it, you can of course let me know in a comment as well. So what the setup would be is that for every month at the ending of January, for example, I will be making a video with my TBR for the next month. And there I will also let you know what the book is for the month that is coming. And then I will also let you know when the live stream would be. The live streams are always going to be on Friday evenings, I think around 7 p.m. my time. So that means like 7 o'clock in Belgium, which is evening for me. And I really hope that is a time that at least some of you will be able to join me. If you're not able to join me, I will still ramble on about the book, about my thoughts, etc. Because doing full-on book reviews is not something that I've done yet, but maybe by first doing it in a more live video style will help me feel more confident and more at ease on making these videos in the future as well. So of course, feel free to share your thoughts on how we can do this for the first time so I can learn from it and do better in the future. For March, I'm not sure yet which book it will be. I know the new Emily Wilde book is coming out in February, so maybe that's a good book to read in March because it has that like spring vibe most of the time, and it's a book that I definitely want to read as well. The read-alongs are not always going to be chunks of books. I will try and make them accessible for everyone. And if this is something that you want to like maybe have a vote as well. And of course, if I'm hesitating between the books that I want to read for a certain month, I will make a post on my community tab so we can decide on that together. So this is something that I'm personally super excited about. I love having the physical book club that I go to, but I also want to connect with you, my viewers, more and get your thoughts and insights on books as well. So if that's something that you're looking forward to, give this video a big thumbs up. And of course, if you want to stay in the loop of everything I do, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I make videos every week and I would love to have you for every single one of them. And of course, also to vote on my community posts. And once I have like a little bit of confirmation from you that we will be doing this book club, I will of course be announcing when it takes place on my community tab as well, like which specific Friday during February. And I would love to see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Happy reading, and I will see you very soon. Bye!